Hi all, thank you for joining us today. The topic which we are going to discuss in the video is very close to my heart. It's about children and mental health issues. But not just that, we are also going to talk about how parenting can influence mental health of kids. So let's get started. Childhood is considered to be a very carefree time. Children are blessing in many forms. While basking in the glory of being a parent, struggle starts for many. Because children come with their unique individual personalities, their wants, their demands, their needs. One formula doesn't fit all of them. Of course, parenting doesn't come with a guidebook. This video is for the parents and caregivers who struggle with the term bad parents. This video is for them who are given 10,000 strategies to deal with the behavioral issues and emotional issues of their kids. This video is for people who really want to help their kids and understand them better. Of course, we cannot deny the importance of mental health in kids. Better mental health is equal to better resilience, better self-concept, and unconditional acceptance. Now, as we have already decided, let's try and answer the questions you may have in your mind as a parent. The basic question you may have in your mind is that mental health issues or behavioral issues in my child are result of bad parenting or not? Well, let me assure you that it may not always be the case. I agree that parents play a very important vital role in child's life, especially during the early years. But there are a variety of factors which may influence your child. A couple of factors include the biology, that is genetics, the other social environment, that is the schooling, extended family, the social environment around you, in financial issues, alcoholism. There are many of those. So, mental health related issues in your kid may not always be a result of bad parenting. The second question which pops up is that therapy in kids is waste of time. When we say that certain therapies may not work effectively with kids, those therapies which are cognitive in nature, where it involves a lot of thinking, but there are variety of options in therapies available. These therapies are designed specifically for kids and help them to express themselves better. These are not just about expressions, but they also help them to rectify and deal with their issues in a better manner. So, therapy is important. Make sure if you require therapy or if your child requires therapy, find the nearest therapist possible. Common misconception is that children grow out of their issues. Well, I completely disagree with that. To certain extent, they may learn different coping strategies to deal with their issues. But if there is an issue at the beginning, it may just grow out of proportion at the end of it. For example, let's take temper tantrums. A child throwing temper tantrums at the age of 3, and if that's not corrected, that's not rectified at the beginning, it may lead to a bigger temper tantrum when the child is 16. It's better if we pay attention to them as early as possible and try and help our kids. Well, the other kind of question that has been used is children only have behavioral issues, no emotional issues at all. Behavioral issues are interlinked with your emotional issues, and many a time it is a manifestation of your emotional issues. So for example, if you have something to express and something is eating you up inside, I may show it behaviorally. You cannot read somebody's mind, so of course you have to see the behavior. If somebody is having behavioral issues, that doesn't mean necessarily that they only have behavioral issues. They may have emotional issues which are underlying causes of those behaviors. So kids most of the time are unable to express what goes inside their mind, unable to understand what goes inside their mind. So in such cases, they show it, they manifest it behaviorally. So kids do show behavioral issues, but that's just a result of their emotional issues many times. The last question is, what are the risk factors which we are talking about which might influence the kids? Apart from genetics, there are a variety of social factors which may just influence children. For example, death of loved one. That also includes pet. Separation. Unstable family environment includes alcoholism. Also, if a child is acting as a caregiver, that may influence him or her emotionally. Unstable educational and peer related environment, if for example the child is bullied in the school. No sense of belongingness, there is no primary caregiver, or a child doesn't have anyone to talk to. These are the factors which may just push the kids towards mental health related issues. Now the question arises, what can we do about it? There are simple solutions which we can implement in everyday life, which will make our child better, help them to understand the life situations and deal with them. First, make sure the child is in better physical health. You don't want a child to be cranky because of the illness. Make sure they get enough space and time to play indoor as well as outdoor, with peers as well as with self. Sometimes self-play helps a lot. Make sure the child is a part of family, which gives him a sense of belongingness. Children should have some interest in life. That can be a hobby, that can be a sports that they play, that can be just cooking with mom or dad, setting up the table, or cleaning. And they should be given opportunities to flourish and work on their interests. Another thing which helps is helping them to take their own decisions and sticking to the consequences, of course. Make sure some part of their life they have control on. They decide what to wear in certain occasions, which helps them to understand how to take decisions as well as how to stick to the consequences if the decisions go wrong. Accept themselves better. Teach them about emotions. Help them to be resilient. One of the way of doing it is by being a good role model. You as a parent or a caregiver has better hold on child's life than anyone else. Make sure you are resilient, you are able to deal with your emotional issues in better way, and you are showing it to the kids. This kind of learning actually is the most effective kind of learning even today. Make sure the child is feeling loved, cared and supported in most of the environments. Last but not the least, as a parent and a caregiver, try and be as happy as you can. Try to accept yourself unconditionally, but that's how the kids are learning to do it for themselves. If the problem still continues, then please take your child, seek help of a mental health professional for yourself and for the kid too. I hope we have tried answering most of your questions, but if you still have any doubts, please put them in the comment box down below.